Hey everyone, Sprawler here. Welcome to my channel. I have been reading through the Chronicles of Narnia books. Magician's Nephew, Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, The Last Battle. I have already reviewed The Magician's Nephew, which is a bit of a strange name, gives no clue about what this book is about, but you can enjoy that review on my other video. I'll link it below. For this video I am reviewing The Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, the classic original of the Chronicles of Narnia. This book, very much a children's book, quite short, easy to read. I read it in a couple of days. In a nutshell, the story is the four kids fall through a magical wardrobe into the magical land of Narnia, where they are employed by the great lion, Aslan, to save Narnia from the wicked witch, who has turned Narnia into a permanent winter where there is no Christmas. You can probably hear a train just whizzing by outside. Just waiting for that train to go by. Train gone by. So in a nutshell, that is the story overview. Very much the first half of the book is introducing the four kids and then Narnia, and then it races through the plot in the second half of the book. The book itself quite engaging. Once you start reading, couldn't really put it down. It was hard to put down, and I had to race through reading it. Just like The Magician's Nephew, which was actually written after this, this book was the first to be written and published, and therefore is quite a self-contained story. It doesn't really allude to past and present so much, no, past, present, future, but you can tell Narnia is quite a rich country where much more adventures and stories can be made from. A lot of it is also left to your imagination. If you've seen the movie, there's a massive battle in The Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, which in the movie they go into quite a bit of detail with and make it quite a feast for the eyes. In the book, the battle itself is very absent. It's there, but in the background happening over there. You don't really see much of it whilst reading the book, which means it very much is left to your imagination as to what is happening. And there's actually quite a lot in this book that is left to your imagination. The author, C.S. Lewis, kind of gives an overview but leaves the finer points to your imagination, so your mind can run wild imagining what is happening in Narnia, particularly with the great big battle. Of course, you do then have those moments where you're thinking, but what's going on over there? It sometimes leaves your imagination to do too much of the work. I would like to know a bit more of what's going on, particularly with the battle. And also what was happening in Narnia before these kids turned up, because it kind of establishes the witch has been in control for a while, but how did she get in control? What has she been doing? What was Narnia like before the witch took power and turned it into a permanent winter? Some of it is revealed in The Magician's Nephew, but again, this book is right at the beginning of Narnia. There's like thousands of years between these two books in terms of Narnia. It would have been nice to know what normal life is like in Narnia. And you don't really get an idea of that until the very end of this book. But shh, don't want to give away too many spoilers if you've not read it. In a nutshell, it's a very enjoyable book, and I would recommend reading it if you've not read it. It creates a nice world of Narnia, and the lion is established as being quite a magical lion. Well, his name is Aslan, but it'd be nice to know a bit more about what Aslan is. comes across as being a bit of a god, but I don't know. Who knows? And it also wonders, if he's such a god, why did he not deal with the witch? If this established he's, the book establishes Aslan is ancient and has been around for a long time, as was the witch. But I do wonder, why did Aslan not do anything about the witch before the events of this book? Why did he wait to enlist these 4 kids? It's a bit of a mystery to me, one that is playing on my mind. But in summary, very enjoyable book, give it a read. And if you've seen the movie, then you'll know what you're in for in terms of reading the book. But whereas the movie shows a lot of battles, that aspect is very much left to your imagination in this book. So I would give it probably a solid 7, 8 out of 10. Bit of an arbitrary number, but yeah, read the book, and hope you've enjoyed this review. If you do, please do like, subscribe. I will be back to do the next book in the Chronicles of Narnia soon. As for now, go read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, or watch the movie. The movie is very enjoyable as well. In the meantime, have a fantastic time, and I'll see you soon. Bye!